Welcome to North Okanagan Valley Gleaners. My name is Brad Edgerton. I've been responsible for communications for the last 3 years. And about 6 months ago, I've taken on the position that's been vacated by Jake Spoor. He stepped down as board chair and now I'm in his position. So I'm looking after that, but I'm also continuing on with communications. And what you're going to see today is part of our change in communications. We want to get to the next level where we're giving you opportunities to see what we're doing through video and other formats. So anyhow, let's take a look at what we're doing. First, we're going to start off with the plant and what's happening on the food side of things. It's been an extremely busy year. We've been over 1 million pounds of vegetables donated to us already. And as that's going on, we find that we're getting this big crunch for space. But one of the changes that we've done recently has been the way that we bag the soup. We've done it this year several times with a small group using the new systems that we've put in place, and it's allowed us to keep our space down for the amount of storage that's needed, and we're going to continue doing it that way. We've supplied several different countries with soup already. We've gone everywhere from Haiti and El Salvador to Guatemala. We're now in doing Zimbabwe, North Korea, Bosnia, and Ukraine. So we're all over the world again, and we're continuing to bring that needed soup to those places. One of the areas that we've noticed has been a big change is the volume of volunteers. We've had another record year going on this year. We're up another 10%, and that's just a phenomenal thing to see. And as you've noticed, if you're one of the volunteers out there, as you drive by the park, that we have trailers staying there right throughout the summer, and so it's been a real good opportunity for us. In the park, we've had about 8% of our total volunteers coming through people who are coming and staying for a week or two to enjoy helping out at Gleaners and just being in the Okanagan. So on the medical supply side of things, you can see that we've been very busy there as well. We've got 2 shipments that are being prepared to go to Swaziland through Christian Blind Missions. We've also shipped CCAN to Guatemala, and we're working on one that's going to Mexico as well. One of the new advents that has come in place is that we have space made available to us through Restoration Lands, which is the old glass plant. Allows us to bring product down there and stage prior to putting into the CCAN. It's going to be a real advantage, and we look forward to using that. Thanks, Mike Molnar. On the furniture end of things, if you come to our furniture store, you're going to find all sorts of amazing new furniture that's in there. We're blowing stuff out all the time. The furniture lasts for no more than 2 weeks for most of it. We're about 80% turnover every 2 weeks. That means those volunteers in the store are working extremely hard, and we're always looking for volunteers to come in and help us out in that area. With our expansion, it's allowing us to have another 25% floor space to sell the furniture, but it also gives us a room in the back for a good workshop where we can set aside separate areas in what we're working on. And it also allows us to have a staging area where we can either do shipping and receiving and setting furniture aside without having it on the floor like we used to. So come on down to the store and check that stuff out. And one of the great things about the store is it allows us to do our furniture donation program, where we're setting aside 10% of our furniture to help the local people in need. We're doing that by using different programs that are out there. We use churches, NeighborLink, CMHA, the Vernon Women's Transition House, John Howard Society, and NOIFUS are all involved in connecting those people that are in need for furniture so that we can help them get their first steps off the ground as well. And a new program we're looking at doing is the short-term help. Showed itself last year during all the major fires that were going on. we're tagging up with the Vernon Emergency Social Services team, who are looking at short-term help to get that furniture, those people who are without a home or have lost their homes. So we're looking forward to that as a new opportunity for us. So one of the areas that I've noticed that really doesn't get a lot of recognition, but it needs to, is those many hands that are knitting for us. We have a knitting program that allows people to make toques and gloves and booties and scarves, just to keep those people warm in the cold areas such as the Ukraine. Last year, we shipped 14,000 pieces of knitted clothing to people that needed it. And this year, I'm seeing bags and bags coming in from people who are just sitting at home and watching TV and knitting up a storm. So I'd like to say thank you to those people that just don't get noticed very much from us, but you're well recognized and we love what you're doing. Thank you very much. A couple of new things that we've taken on include a missions program where we're looking to get key people on our team to go to mission sites to have a better insight of what's happening with our soup. And so we'd like to have that happen, but we don't want to spend our money because our money is so important to make the soup. Well, we came up with an idea, and it's in partnership with the Armstrong Regional Co-op. So the gas station on 27th Street, it's a great new gas station, happy people there, good service, and it's full serve. And at the end of it, as long as you use this number, you can end up helping us out by putting gas in, and the 7% that we get kickback from this goes directly to our funding of the missions program. So if you need a place to get gasoline, stop by there and you're helping Gleaners just by putting this number in. So I mentioned that I'm responsible for communications. We're doing 3 really large things this year. One of them is making a new web page that's going to be interactive and a lot more user-friendly. It'll have information about what we're doing as well as the programs that we're dealing with. So I ask you check that out. It is at northokanaganvalleygleaners.org. The site stays the same, but the look is totally different. So check that out. And we're doing Facebook. Facebook is a huge part of what we're doing these days. We're putting information out every couple of days from different areas. We have information from the plant, from the store, from the medical supplies. We have one of our volunteers, Christine Mollendijk, is doing introspectives on the people, so we get to see who the volunteers are, and hopefully one of these will be your turn. So we're starting off with the directors team, and you can see who the directors are, and from there we're branching out to all the different members as well. We're hoping to do about 1 a week or 1 every 2 weeks over the next while, so we can understand who these great people are that are helping out. As well, we're tagging our missions programs that are going on, so you have a better idea of where the soup is going to, and we're going to be running videos on them so you can see our soup in action. We're also starting YouTube pages, and that's where you'll see things like this video being shot. It'll be on our YouTube channel, and we want to populate that with all sorts of neat stuff that is going on. Everything from the singing cutters to harvesting of vegetables and farmers that are out there and what's going on. So look into our YouTube page, and it's going to continue to grow as we continue doing silly things like this. So one last thing that I'd like to talk about is the connecting all the Gleaners together. We've been doing FaceTime meetings for the last 2 years now between all the 7 different Gleaners locations in Canada, and it's getting to that next step where we're ready to get together and see what we can come of as a group. So we want to get some form of alliance or organization. We don't know what that looks like yet, but we do know that we need to get together and talk and see how we can take the advantages of each one of us into a group so that we can have all those synergies and take from, right now we're doing about 40 million meals a year. With the synergies of everybody together, we may be able to do 60 million by doing the same thing, but having the advantages of everybody knowing more and being more connected. May 14th, 2018, we're bringing 3 people from each board to come in, sit down, and have discussions about how we want things to look and how we can get advantages from each other. It's going to be a 4-day symposium, and it's going to start in Vernon. We're going to Oliver and to Fraser Valley as well to check out their sites. So we look forward to keeping you up to date on that. Thank you.